I've tested thousands of AI tools, and now I'm gonna show you 100 best, from simple text editors to full-blown coding apps. Starting with general writing tools. For general all-purpose writing with super simple prompts, I'd say go with ChatGPT. They just updated it to version 4.5, and we've got an awesome prompting guide for it. It also works with images, data analysis, coding, and other fancy stuff, but keep in mind, you'll probably need a subscription. Yay, monthly fees, right? For slightly fewer features, but better search accuracy and sometimes even more creative writing, I'd give Google Gemini 2 a try. It can pretty much do what ChatGPT does, but it's free. The trade-off is its reasoning skills aren't always quite as sharp. Every tool out there charges you for advanced reasoning, except DeepSeek. You can run it locally on your own computer, and it reasons about as well as the o1 model, just without vision. On the plus side, you can upload data files into DeepSeek, which o1 won't let you do. As a balanced option, I'd check out Claude 3.7. It just got an update, and now it has great hybrid reasoning, solid accuracy, a low chance of making stuff up, plus it supports vision. Prompting can be a bit tricky though, so make sure you watch our full guide. We also have a Geekademy course on Claude's prompts. Download it, and you can study at your own pace. If you want to add some excitement to your AI routine, be a bit different, try Grok 3. Elon Musk's newest AI is on the same level as ChatGPT's latest models. It can reason, generate images, analyze data, do searches, the whole 9 yards. All these tools can crank out as much text as you want, but sometimes you need that extra spark of creativity and control. That's when I switched to Jasper. It's fine-tuned for marketing content and churns out results that really sound human. For product descriptions where you want a personal feel, I like Copy.ai. It's super creative, knows how to be persuasive, and can dig up unique selling points for you without much input. It's tough to call Copy.ai a real ChatGPT competitor, but I think Copysmith beats it in one area: e-commerce writing. Copysmith is practically a whole toolkit focused on online sales, product descriptions, research, optimizing articles, all that good stuff. If you'd rather dabble in creative writing with easy controls, there's text effects. It's more of a fun experiment than a hardcore writing tool, but it's awesome if you just want to play around with words. Of course, all these options require jumping into a separate website, which is why I usually run WordTune in the background. It works in Gmail, Facebook, and crucially in Google Docs. It fixes my spelling and scripts, helps me rewrite bits and pieces, and just makes life a little simpler. Text generation can be not only prompt-based. I have videos that would be great as blog posts. So I can use VideoToBlog to transform them. They are sponsoring this video, and it's literally the #1 video-to-text converter. Here's how it all works. I just paste a YouTube link to my video, and with just one click, the tool generates a clean, ready-to-publish blog article. Not only is it fast, but the output quality is impressive. The whole setup was incredibly simple, no credit card needed, so I was able to jump right in and start testing. What's cool is that it doesn't limit you to just YouTube videos. You can upload any video file with spoken audio, and the tool works with it just as well. Plus, you're targeting international audiences. Its multilingual support in 30+ languages is really useful. Also, there is built-in SEO optimization, automatic visuals like screenshots or AI-generated images. I can also turn on automation, and every new video I upload will be instantly transformed into a blog article. If you post videos often, this saves a ton of time. I really like this tool during my testing, and people on G2 and Trustpilot seem to agree with me. Try VideoToBlog.ai now, no credit card required. Click the link in the description to start converting your videos into powerful blog articles. The next type of AI tools is image generation. Starting with the easiest AI to prompt and, honestly, the one with the most predictable results, DALL-E 3. It's basically in dire need of an update, but as a quick add-on for ChatGPT, it does an okay job for fast, simple image creation. Just don't expect miracles with text generation here. It's pretty middling. Most of the images you see on Geekademy that have text in them actually come from Midjourney. Its text handling is far more accurate, plus it gives you real options for size, orientation, and all that good stuff. And if you're into photorealism, Midjourney nails it every time. It even gets anatomy right. No more weird extra fingers. fingers. The subscription might feel like a buzzkill, but if you want to avoid that, you can always go the local route. Stability AI, aka Stable Diffusion, has been ruling the scene for a couple of years now, for good reason. It's accurate, reliable, and completely free. New free competitors are popping up left and right though. Take Flux One for instance. Basically the same idea, but with text to video thrown in. It's a cool way to sharpen your AI skills, if you ask me. That said, Flux One struggles with text, so for fancy lettering or custom fonts, Adobe Express is a more solid option. It also lets you remove objects from photos, gives you plenty of style controls, and just makes the whole generation process super user-friendly.
For everyday image needs, we also have an image generator built right into Geekademy. It's for our members and works similarly to Midjourney. Just jump into our AI art studio, type /imagine, followed by your prompt, and voila! Being a member also gets you access to tons of education materials, prompting guides, tool collections, audio commentary, PDF guides, you name it. We're creating a whole video series to teach AI basics in a simple, no jargon way. Too, we even have a built-in tool finder to match you with the perfect AI tool, and we drop exclusive deals on popular AI tools every week. Those deals alone save you more than it costs to join Geekademy, so go ahead, click the link in the description, become a member, and help us build the best AI learning hub ever. Some tools let you generate images from your own sketches. Copy.ai, for instance. I'll scribble something on the left, feed it a prompt, and it will match the layout from my sketch while filling in the details. Copy.ai won't turn your photos into videos though. Same goes for Playground AI. They're simpler tools mainly designed for basic generation, but they're dependable and easy to use. Perfect for folks who just want quick results without fuss. Which might describe our moms, dads, or bosses, right? And if they don't vibe with that, show them Leonardo AI. It's nice and straightforward, but it uses its own older model, so sometimes you get really unexpected but also kind of cool images. Sometimes weird is wonderful. Moving on, editing your images, removing background, upscaling, etc.
Let's focus on the free stuff because, honestly, who wants another subscription? For quick background removal, I'd grab Cutout Pro. It's straightforward, produces decent results, and there's no subscription fee. The catch? You only get 5 credits to start. Once you run out, you can just make a new account, no biggie. If you don't mind paying a bit for better background removal and integration with tools like Canva or Photoshop, Remove Background is the way to go. Its algorithms are a step above, and the price is pretty reasonable. For free upscaling, Big JPEG does the trick. It can double or quadruple your image resolution while boosting quality reliably. The interface is simple and impossible to mess up. Hard to argue with free, right? For affordable object removal, try Cleanup Pictures. It does a solid job with inpainting. Though, the free version caps you at 720p resolution. Good enough for blogs or social posts, but if you're doing pro-level photography, you might want a subscription. That said, the most impressive image editing tool I've tried is Magnific AI. The upscaling is insane. It adds detail, refines textures, and basically fills in missing info so photos look like they were taken with a top-of-the-line camera. The downside, the subscription costs can be a bit steep for everyday folks.
Now, with photos covered, it only seems appropriate to move on to video tools, both generation, editing, and repurposing. These ones are the tools I have used myself, and some of them I still use pretty often.
Sora is still one of my go-to tools. We actually put together a giant guide on it, packed with tips, prompts, and other handy info. The coolest thing about Sora is the quality of its output. It really sticks to whatever prompt you give it and delivers top-notch results. Plus, there's a neat storyline feature that's perfect for multi-step motion or more complex sequences. Sora can be pretty picky about prompts though. Sometimes you just need something super focused like videos about food or emotion generated by a model trained specifically on those topics. Hotshot works with that perfectly. It offers 9 different video types, a user-friendly interface, and a subscription that won't break the bank. Of course, creativity matters in video generation. Maybe you want everything from nature vids to celebrity clips. Hyper can do that and more. It's similar to Sora, but it sometimes struggles with fingers and moving objects. So keep your expectations in check if you're trying to generate high-action scenes. For simpler, static scenes, Hyper is great, but if you want to push the envelope, try Pika Labs. It has this cool Pika Frames feature that morphs one image into another, creating some wild transitions. Super innovative and fun to play with. Generating videos isn't the only game in town. You can edit them too. My top choice for that is Runway ML. This tool is amazing at syncing lips to audio, removing backgrounds, adding slow motion, color grading, you name it. You can remove remove objects, blur faces, add depth of field effects. It's basically a giant playground for video editing. Runway won't generate a full video for you from scratch though, and InVideo is your best bet in this case. It'll take one prompt and make an entire video complete with a storyline, narration, subtitles, everything except music. And that's pretty standard in AI-made videos. Music usually isn't included. Clipfly is no exception, but it can generate a full video with cuts and a voiceover from your description, and it also sprinkles in sound effects to make things more engaging. If you do want music in your AI video, you can only get it by recycling footage that already had music in it. Fortunately, repurposing is a breeze with video. Just drop in a link and it'll transcribe the video, pick out the good parts, and spit out an edited version, perfect for TikTok, Instagram, or Shorts. Opus Clips is another popular repurposing tool, offering basically the same features. Picking between these tools often comes down to how well they snip and trim your video. The same goes for Vizard.io, though this one might need some getting used to so that it works best. Should we make a guide on Vizard? Go to Geekademy and vote in a poll. Sometimes though, you'll want to do a few edits on your own, like adding subtitles to that AI-generated video. That's where VideoToBlog.ai comes in handy. Just use the auto subtitle feature or remove the background, lock the eyes on the camera, repurpose the footage, whatever you need. It's a solid all-around video editor. And for that first pass of basic editing on your own videos, cutting out long pauses, trimming flubs, and removing audio noise, Gling.ai is my top pick. I actually did a full breakdown of it on this channel, so go check out our faster video editing video if you want all the details.
This brings us nicely to YouTube tools, where saving time is everything, but not at the cost of creativity.
Instead of combing through endless videos, why not get a quick summary of their key points? That's exactly what NoGPT does, and you can even chat with a video to find topics worth exploring further. I use it myself, and it's a huge time saver. When I'm feeling too lazy to post videos manually, I turn to Copy.ai. It generates tags, a description, a neat list of chapters, suggests a title, optimizes for search, and even creates up some basic thumbnails. They might not be breathtaking, but hey, at least the job's done. Sometimes though, I like rolling up my sleeves and digging into SEO on my own. That's where vidIQ comes in. It's so good I can't keep quiet about it. Sure, it does the usual keyword research, but it also has a fantastic idea suggestion system. It's basically the perfect blend of AI and real-world data. But wait, it gets better. Sure, you can use ChatGPT for your scripts, but prompting can be a pain. Subscriber, on the other hand, holds your hand through every step, from deep research to fine-tuning each piece of your script. It does all the heavy lifting for titles, descriptions, hooks, you name it. All you have to do is pick what you like. Super easy and friendly, though not free, sadly.
If you decide to be a YouTuber or just make videos slightly faster, you should really look into tools for generating avatars.
When it comes to avatar generation, HeyGen is hands down the top dog. I just upload a few minutes of video footage with me talking, plus a short consent video, and after it processes everything, I'm good to go. The quality is actually insane. Lip sync, voice clarity, and even zoom ins and zoom outs. I can even upload my own voiceover. The downside is, it's pretty pricey if you want to go all in with serious large-scale avatar creation. Honestly, AI avatars often feel a bit misleading. Most tools just animate a generic image and let you overlay it on presentations. It's that very formal corporate vibe. The only other avatar tools that actually do something interesting are usually more for fun. Take Deepfakes LOL, for example. It lets you swap faces in videos, which is hilarious, but doesn't necessarily make your workflow any easier. It's just a fun gimmick. If you're looking for serious deepfake results, I'd suggest Deepface Lab. It's open source and super customizable, so you can pull off some pretty advanced stuff. You won't quite get Hollywood-level Irishman effects, but it's still impressive for something you can run at home. Face swapping is probably the most common trick these avatar tools have up their sleeve. Check out Unboring, for instance. You just upload your files, wait a minute, and boom, your face is swapped. The results are decently reliable, and it throws in some extra bells and whistles to keep things interesting, perfect for spicing up a video here and there.
There aren't many use cases for AI avatars, however, for speed generators, there is far too many. Just as there are far too many tools that are worth your attention.
Obviously, the top dog in voice cloning is 11 Labs. It It doesn't just copy your voice, it lets you fine-tune how every single part of each sentence sounds, from the intonation to the emphasis. You could seriously spend hours fiddling with it. At that point, you might as well just record the audio yourself. But if you're a control freak about your voice, this is your dream come true. If you want something simpler, but still with great quality and ease of use, check out Murf.ai. I've tested it myself and found it perfect for anyone who's new to voice cloning. Sometimes the results need a bit of extra tweaking you can't do inside the tool, but overall it's super handy. Listener AI is another solid choice. I'm mostly just giving you options here. They're all good in their own ways. With tools like Listener AI, you really have to try them for yourself and see which one sounds best to you. Feature-wise, they're pretty similar across the board. Need to boost your audio's overall quality or add some finer details, maybe tweak it for streaming, videos, or production, then switch to Fine Voice. It takes under a minute to improve your audio's clarity, and it's totally worth it. If you're a complete newbie with zero professional needs, a simpler and more stripped-down tool might be what you're after. Murf.ai. It's super easy to use, delivers great voice output, and doesn't overload you with extra features you might never touch anyway. Now, Murf doesn't have celebrity voices in its catalog, which might be a deal breaker if you ever need to mimic your favorite star. In that case, FakeU.com has you covered. The quality's just okay, and the selection of voices isn't massive, but it gets the job done if you want something a little more fun or novelty-focused. Finally, if you do record your own audio and it comes out, well, less than stellar, Adobe Podcast is here to save the day. It's the simplest audio enhancer out there. Barely any settings to mess with, and the free version already does a great job. The paid plan gives you more control, but really, it's all about what you need. Sometimes free is just fine.
And music. How can we forget about creating songs?
It's kind of wild, but these days you can actually generate an entire song, lyrics, melody, instruments, the whole works from a single prompt. With Suno, you can specify the style, BPM, and so on. It's super simple, and the final tracks sound surprisingly good. If you want more control over your music, like I do, check out Beethoven. It's basically the same idea as Suno, but you can choose your style from a list, add different emotions, tweak the exact length, and more. It's definitely more customizable, though maybe a little less reliable at times. If you're more of a feel-in person than a technical one, there's Sound Raw. You just pick the mood of the track, select the parameters you want, and it does the rest. No prompt writing required, no describing what you need, just point, click, and you're good to go. The full tracks from these tools are great, but sometimes you just want riffs. That's where Refusion steps in. You can enter your lyrics or describe the sound you're after, and it'll generate short riffs with cool visualizations. It can even crank out lyrics for you. A handy sidekick if you're a musician looking for quick inspiration. Speaking of classical, imagine telling Mozart that AI can now pump out orchestral pieces on par with what he wrote. Well, Iva might impress even the old masters. It's fantastic for classical music and 249 other styles, no joke. Pick a key signature, decide how long you want the piece to be, and how many tracks you need. You also get 3 free downloads a month, which is a sweet deal. Usually once you generate a track, that's all you get, but Boomy does it differently. You can add vocals, rearrange the track, even swap out instruments or layer in random sounds like traffic noise if you want. It's a really refreshing approach to AI music. And finally, one more tool I love but can't really segue into smoothly, vocalremover.org. The name says it all. Just upload any track and it'll split the vocals from the instrumentals so you can download them separately. So far, we've been keeping our AIs pretty creative, but I really want to get serious for a second. Let me put on my serious face and show you a couple of tools for business and productivity. I'm a total Notion junkie, so it's probably no surprise that I recommend Notion AI to just about anyone who'll listen. It basically acts like ChatGPT inside your Notion workspace, summarizing notes, generating text, creating lists, bullet points, even analyzing files and documents, and writing code. If you love Notion already, this is the ultimate add-on. If you're more of a Google person, there's Notebook LLM. You can drop in a video, a website link, or any file, and it'll analyze everything for you. It even generates notes based on your uploaded files, lets you chat with them, and can create quizzes, you name it. Now, if we suddenly lost Google Calendar or Notion, Motion AI would be my next go-to. It's got built-in AI for managing tasks, scheduling, reminders, and all that good stuff. It's more professional grade and might have a steeper learning curve, but it can really streamline your workflow once you get the hang of it. Of course, there are 100 AI tools out there, literally, and it's tough to pick the right one. Here's what I usually do. Head to the AI tool finder in Geekademy, describe my situation, and let Geekademy's AI dig up the best fits for me. Saves a ton of time. Productivity can take many forms, like building a website in record time. With Hokus, you just answer a few questions, and boom, it generates a fully functional, nice-looking site, text, images, layout optimization. It does it all. Alternatively, there's Framer.ai, which does pretty much the same thing but has its own spin on layouts. Honestly, I choose based on which visuals you like best because the text and image generation part is more or less the same across most of these site builders. Finally, a confession, I used to dread taking meeting notes. Then I found Otter. It's just a browser extension you connect before your meeting, and it records and transcribes everything in real time. It even captures images if you need it to. Now, I can actually pay attention during meetings without worrying about missing anything.
Generating text is AI's bread and butter, so here are a few more tools for blogging, creative writing, and text editing.
Because sometimes you just need a specialized option, like pseudo-write, which has been trained specifically on creative writing. Think novels and short stories. It can suggest plot tweaks for bigger impact, generate fresh dialogue where it's needed, and help polish your style so everything reads smoothly. Quillbot goes above and beyond platforms like ChatGPT by offering a built-in paraphraser, grammar checker, plagiarism checker, and summarization tool. You just paste in your text and edit away, keeping full control of the final output. If you're really serious about writing and don't want AI to steal your personal flair, you need a tool that suggests changes rather than auto-fixing everything. That's where Lex.ai comes in. You upload your draft, it gives feedback and comments, and you decide which suggestions to accept. It's optimized for folks who plan on publishing their work, so it's ready for prime time. A more all-in-one tool should not only write, but also rewrite, reply to emails, edit, and do research. Basically a ChatGPT with all the knobs turned up. I'd go with HyperWrite for that, reliable, straightforward, and versatile. Or you could try Writer for more demanding projects. Focuses on sounding human, matching a realistic writing style instead of spitting out words for the sake of it. Despite having a bunch of features, it's still easy to navigate. You'll always know where to click and what to fill in. You can even use it without fiddling with complicated prompts, so send it to your mom if you like. If she or you work in the office or at the uni, you might need a presentation builder. And you probably want something fast and reliable. Slides Wizard is a great place to start. You just type in a topic and it creates up a structured outline, all the text, and even images for your slides. It's a simple and quick fix for anyone who's new to making slides. I love tools that play nicely with others, and having a ChatGPT plugin is usually a good sign. Smart Slides is the only one on this list that has that. It's also got improved built-in charting compared to other tools. Many of them don't do charts at all. Plus, it's pretty flexible when it comes to layouts. Sometimes even that's not enough, and you need to get really creative with your slides. SlideFlow offers loads of editing options so your presentation looks and feels one of a kind. The truth is, good presentations need good visuals, so it's worth picking a tool based on how the final slides look. That's why we have presentation templates. Slides Go, for example, has a bunch of AI-generated templates you can customize, you can tweak styles, set the tone, and even use built-in AI to add images or translate slides. I prefer my presentations to be a bit more fun, more interactive, you know? Like polls, quizzes, and audience Q&As. That's where Send Steps comes in. It gives your viewers a chance to participate, which makes the info easier to take in. I really wish I'd had these tools when I was a student. All I ever did was toss in some animations and hope for the best. But now AI can even do that for you. Presentations AI doesn't just add animations to whole slides or specific elements, it'll also automatically adjust layouts and movement to fit your content, while you just sit back and chill. I want to say every presentation generator is unique, but let's be honest, they're pretty similar. Beautiful AI is another tool that covers most of the same bases: AI templates, easy editing, and automatic content generation. But somehow the slides it generates just look more polished to me. I can't explain it, they just do. On the flip side, sometimes the simplest solution is the best. Pitch is great if you want to create up something super fast without paying a ton of money. You just describe the presentation and that's it. No fancy customization or extra settings. You get what you get, and there's a certain charm to that simplicity. If you want to create your own infographics to drop into your slides, try Murf.ai. It doesn't generate presentations, but it does produce a variety of charts, graphs, and other visuals. You can even have it dig for data on the web and do a bunch of different inputs. Oh, and it's totally free, so you've got nothing to lose.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's right, developers. Sorry guys, my bad. Here are some cool tools for you. And if that's not enough, we've just posted a list of AI tools for developers in Geekademy, all with explanations and tips on building an efficient development workflow. For everyday code and help, you can always just stick with ChatGPT or Grok, but they don't really integrate with your development environment. If you're using VS Code, for instance, Tabnine is worth a look. It's got predictive autocomplete filling in entire functions and shaving off keystrokes as you type. It also comes with an AI chat feature, so you can ask for explanations, debug tips, and ideas without leaving your editor. GitHub Copilot X offers a slightly different experience. One feature I love is generate from comments. You write a plain English comment and Copilot turns it into fully functional code. It can also generate entire functions, suggest snippets, and finish your code for you. Copilot is powered by OpenAI's Codex, but there are other specialized options. Code T5, for example, has a different architecture and produces slightly different results, though still very solid. Source AI also uses Codex and covers the same basics as Copilot, rewriting, bug fixes, suggestions, just without that nifty generate from comments feature. Most dev-focused AI tools tend to do the same sorts of things, so it comes down to what you're personally comfortable with. Having more options is always a good thing. Another contender is Mutable, which can refactor your code, generate documentation, and even review your code. But it's basically like all the other tools here. But Amazon Code Whisper might beat them all. It supports multiple programming languages, integrates with popular IDEs, and offers real-time code suggestions. You can also generate unit tests, run security scans, and, crucially, it's license-aware, so you're not accidentally ripping off someone else's code. I'm not much of a developer myself, but I can appreciate a good tool. Though research might be more of my thing. My all-time favorite for research is Perplexity. We even did a whole video about it recently. It's just amazing. Super detailed, in-depth, user-friendly, and best of all, free. For the majority of your research needs, you won't even need a subscription. It's hard to top Perplexity. Though ChatGPT's deep research is catching up, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to generate an answer, but rather than just throwing quotes at you, it synthesizes everything it finds. Pair that with its reasoning abilities, and you've got a pretty solid tool. These two options are high level, but sometimes you just want simple summarizing, especially for academic research. Scholarcy was specially trained on research papers. Students and teachers will notice how it digs deeper, pulls out key findings, and highlights citations in a super useful way. Elicit does basically the same thing. Ask a question, and it'll analyze research papers to pull out the major points, summarize findings, and highlight citations. I'm including it because it works really well, and it's always best to cross-check your research with multiple tools, right? But what about audio? Don't throw away those lecture recordings. Feed them to DeepGram AI. It transcribes your audio, then summarizes it, so it's easy to follow and understand. You can do the same with videos. Just paste a link into Summarize Tech, wait for it to process, and then it gives you a breakdown in neat 5-minute chunks. Perfect for getting the gist without investing a bunch of time in watching the whole video. At this point, you might be wondering, how can AI tools be even more categorized? I have some thoughts. So instead of coming up with the solution, I'm just gonna dump a bunch of tools that didn't fit into any category, at least in my opinion. Durable creates websites from scratch. Just enter a few details about your business, and within a minute, bam, you've got a fully designed site with text, images, and layout ready to roll. They also throw in invoicing, CRM, and AI-driven marketing tools to help run your whole operation online. That shiny new business of yours definitely needs some branding. And if you want a sneak peek of how that branding looks in the real world, Tailor Brands is your go-to. It pumps out logos, brand kits, marketing materials, and even business cards based on your preferences. Zero design skills needed, and no need to spend hours tinkering in Photoshop. And of course, your business is gonna need ads, specifically video ads. If you're stumped, just drop a product description or link into Creatify AI, and it'll generate video ads complete with visuals, voiceovers, and background music. Movie quotes got your attention, right? GetYarn.io lets you search and grab clips from TV shows, movies, and music videos. Perfect for memes, social media, or spicing up your posts with just the right moment. Fun fact, that GIF you saw in a Geekademy post came straight from there. Need another summarization tool for the road? Eightify might be your best friend. It's a Chrome extension that, with one click, summarizes any video
Super straightforward, great quality, plus a decent free version. I use it all the time. For social media managers handling post ideas, captions, or hashtags, Hootsuite Owly Writer is a solid pick. It's simple but powerful, suggesting content and helping you optimize everything for each platform. It's kind of like having a personal assistant, but not quite. The one with assistant in its name is Buffer.ai Assistant. It can write, schedule, and optimize your posts so you stay consistent without killing hours every week. I just wish it worked with Discord. Life would be so much easier. Finally, the last tool in the entire internet. Kidding, but it's pretty great. Cactus.ai. It's perfect for students, writing essays, generating paragraphs, solving math problems, detecting AI, tons of handy stuff. Even if you're not a student, give it a shot. It's pretty cool all around.
Have you tried any of these tools or all of them? I'd love to read your comments about the tools you use that aren't on this list. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.